And we're apparently live now. Finally.
Hey, finally.
Holy shit. I hate when they do this. I hate it so much.
When they do what? You gotta explain.
So, XSplit apparently had an update or something, and had problems to everything as well. My license for it was expired 2 days ago, so it renewed last night. And they still didn't get, like, authorization for some reason. So I checked my email, had to click a link, authorized, okay, good. Oh, there's also an update. Download the update. It just basically unauthorized our Twitch channel, like the login for Top Down Perspective, for some reason.
Okay.
So, there we go. We're finally back.
Do you have to pay for an XSplit license?
Yeah, every 3 months it's $15.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, like, how much a license costs. Okay,
Yeah.
so, like, 60 a year.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Right.
only for a personal one. If you want, like, a commercial one because you're making money off streams, like, it's a bit more expensive because, of course, it is, but it's still pennies compared to what you probably make if you're making money off streaming, so it doesn't really matter.
So like John probably has a commercial one?
I think he uses the Open Broadcast software, which is free.
Oh, he uses a different thing?
Yeah, there's a free
okay.
streaming thing, which I was going to use as a last-ditch resort if it got to that, but this seemed to have worked, so...
What makes you want to use the paid one and not the free one?
Well, the fact that I just have it renew automatically, basically. The free one, the problem I have specifically with it is it drops my mic, like, just randomly when I'm live streaming. So
Okay, so this one's more stable, which I hope it would be if
Yeah.
you're paying for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
Okay, all right.
yeah, no, it's decent until something like this happens and you're just, like, scrambling to see what the hell is going on. But we got it worked out, and we are live. A lot of people, I'm sure, are in bed. New time change, my fault.
Yeah, new time change. Yeah.
New schedule change.
That's the downside about the time change is we're losing like the East Coast
Oh,
right.
yeah, we completely lost the East Coast. They're all in bed right now.
for sure. Which normally I'd be getting like real close to going to bed, but it's
Yeah.
not a big deal.
Right,
And it's
yeah.
later for you as well. And you just got off work.
Yeah, like I basically got off work, got home, grabbed a drink, hit the bathroom, came downstairs, and we started. So
Dedicated.
Yeah.
Dedicated.
yeah, it's like leaving one job and going to my less stressful and way better other kind of job that I don't get paid to do. Yay!
Right. Yeah. But as people can see, yeah, John's not here. He again second week gone. He's on his way to PAX East. Is he in Boston yet?
Yes, I believe he is. I believe he got there
Okay.
either yesterday or today's Thursday, right? Maybe today.
Today's Thursday. Well, the show starts tomorrow, so I'd hope he's there by now.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. But he'll be back next week, he told us.
Yep, he confirmed it.
So we'll have our PAX East edition next week.
Yep.
All about all the games he didn't play,
Yep.
and all the games that he did play came out like 30 years ago. So that's great.
Yeah,
But
and we'll hear
That's
about
John.
that because this is the top-down perspective where we talk about video games. My
do.
name is Paul, and with me is Sean,
yes.
and it is March 5th at a lovely midnight if you're from the East Coast. A little after, almost 1.
East Coast, yeah, is it 2 hours from you?
2 hours for me, so it's almost 1 for them if they're
Yeah.
listening. So God bless
It's
you, live
It's
people.
almost 10 for me, so I got it easy.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad for you at all. Like, I'm just trying to think. It's 5 or 6 in the morning if you're from the UK, so shout out to all the UK listeners out there listening live right now.
I don't think we have any UK listeners.
Especially not listening live right now.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But if you're in the chat, make yourself known.
Oh, it looks like they're already doing that. TDP After Dark is the hashtag somebody threw out there.
I meant like if you're in the UK and you're in the chat, like that. Props to you.
Yeah.
Like yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway,
So, what have you been playing?
what have I been playing? I've been finishing a lot of stuff this week.
Okay.
I wrapped up Majora's Mask 3D.
Okay.
I write down all these time codes.
How great was it?
I enjoyed it. First time like playing past like the first 10 minutes of that game.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, it was fun. I didn't do all the masks. Definitely not. I don't even think I did half the masks. Well, maybe you got half.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Bunny Hood is where it's at. That's
Sure.
the mask. You
Sure.
Get that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Finished that up. That was pretty good. Enjoyed that quite a bit. So there's a review on that if people want to look that up. I finished up playing. Finished. I'm done with Evolve.
Just completely? You're finished?
Well, it's just I need to move on. Like I can't.
Sure,
I don't
yeah.
have time to play multiplayer games over and over, and it's not a game you can finish. So, yeah, that game is cool. Basically, it came down to, like I said before, if you got a group of friends, it's going to be awesome. If you're playing by yourself, it's like playing Mario Party by yourself, which is not fun.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think the game modes are diverse enough. Because like you have Hunt, which is basically just you're fighting the other team, right? It's whoever kills the other team wins, and then everything off of that is like Hunt plus there's also some like eggs in the environment, or Hunt plus maybe just protect this thing. Like I felt like the structure of that game didn't allow for much other variance. Like they kind of pigeonholed themselves a bit. That was kind of my biggest issue. But I thought all the characters were cool. The characters are all different quite a bit, and we've talked about it before. But anyway, yeah, review is up. I wrote that today as well. I continue to play desert golfing. Do you want to check? Should we check in and see what hole I'm on?
Yes, definitely.
Let's see where I'm at for desert golfing.
Oh, if anybody out there is able to load up last week's episode and find what hole he was at.
I think last week I was at 60 or something like that. But if anyone in the chat who can remember where I was last week.
Yeah.
Now I'm on hole 256.
So you've easily done at least 130, because I thought you were around 70 as well.
Yeah, I've easily done it at 150. There's no way I broke 100 last time we were playing. So,
Right, for sure.
I just finished stroke 835. So
Oh, man.
I guess I'm averaging like... What would that be, like 4 strokes per hole? A little more, a little less. Some holes are crazy, so it gets crazy. The screen is still orange. It hasn't started changing color yet, and I'm still just over 700 holes away from getting onto the leaderboards. So that's a work in progress.
Yeah, and it will be for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'll just keep playing it, see where this goes. I guess the big game to talk about is I've been playing Kirby and the Rainbow Curse.
Okay, sure.
So latest Kirby game on the Wii U. Much like, what was the DS one where you drew the lines? Kirby... I'm sure the chat will tell me any minute, and then I'll fix myself with it. Canvas Curse, that's what it was. Canvas Curse, right? Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Kirby Canvas Curse or something like that. Anyway, Rainbow Curse. So you're drawing lines again so that Kirby will roll around. I don't really like it. I'm not really having fun, which sucks because the last Kirby game, Triple Deluxe, I loved. Yeah, everyone in the chat is saying Canvas Curse.
Yeah, there it is.
I loved Triple Deluxe, but that was like a standard Kirby game where you inhale the people and you get their powers. This is Kirby's constantly rolling, and you need to make like hand-drawn ramps for him to access different areas, and there's just not enough control over Kirby. Like I feel like I'm constantly just like flailing platforms around for him to go where I need him to go. It gets worse when it's like, oh, there's a treasure chest up there, and it's like, oh crap, but something's pushing me this way. I just feel like I'm always like never fully in control, which is annoying. And then the other thing, and I guess this is just kind of like a Wii U system problem, is because you have to draw on the screen, and that's the only way you can interact with Kirby. You can tap him to make him go faster in the direction he's currently rolling, or you can draw a line. So like if you want to turn him around, you have to like draw a line to make him loop back, or draw a ramp that he like can't go up so that he starts going backwards or something like it.
Okay.
Which that kind of sucks. But like I was saying, because you have to constantly be interacting with him, physically with the stylus, there's no point in ever looking at the TV.
Yeah, sure.
You can't look at the TV. yeah, you wouldn't be able to play the game. So it's just this weird limitation of like, so much for my nice big HD TV. I'm gonna stick to the handheld,
Right.
which at that point, like, why didn't they just put it on the DS?
Yeah.
Like on the DS is similar, right? Like it's got the two screens, but because they're side by side, it's not an issue.
Or like on
now,
iPad or something, like a tablet.
Yeah, like it's just it's a better screen, I guess. But Nintendo's not gonna put it on the tablet.
No, of course not.
That's for sure. But I just like I don't understand why they made this a Wii U game. Like the only thing you're getting out of the Wii U part of it is you get those analog sticks and you get higher definition. Well, they're not using either of them.
Right.
And
yeah.
there is multiplayer. Like a second person can just control Waddle Dee, which I understand they can just use a normal controller and he just jumps and interacts normally, so they could look at the screen. But that's I'm only one person, so that's not doing me any good. So that's just kind of a bummer. And I don't think I've played any Wii U game that so specifically made me focus on just the stylus. So it hasn't been that apparent to me. But yeah, that's just a huge bummer to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not really feeling it. You know what I will say though, and this is it's a small thing, but my favorite part of the game is so much like the most recent Mario games, you're trying to collect like there's 3 hidden coins in every level.
Yep.
This has like 4 or 5 hidden chests, and inside the chests will be just random unlocks. Sometimes it's like music for the music gallery, but the best ones are when you get these figurines, and they're figurines of characters in the game, even different variations. So there'll be like you can get the Kirby figurine. You can also get like the Kirby wearing a scuba mask figurine. But the best thing is when you go into the figure gallery and select one of them, you get a short little like 2-sentence description about that character, and they're oddly un-Nintendo like they're really like tongue-in-cheek, on the nose, like really funny. Like I retweeted this one that I saw a week or so back, and I think the enemy's name is like Blado or something like that. It's some kind of circle face with blades on it. Okay, that's the enemy.
Okay.
And the description for this enemy character was that he was kind of just tired and his heart wasn't in his work anymore, and he's dreading the day where a coworker finally brings it up and has a conversation about it with him. Like, what is that? What? Right? That's super funny, and it's like, when is Nintendo ever this funny in specifically in this way? And it
hasn't been for a long time, at least. Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna quickly grab the thing because I want to look up a couple others because they're really good.
Okay. I guess I'll just vamp for a second here. So, yeah, I don't know. Oh, look, he's back already. That wasn't too long at all.
Get this turning on. But yeah, that's easily my favorite part, and it's such a small little thing that doesn't matter like at all. But it's always delightful, and it makes me like really want to find the collectibles, which is great. I'll also say the game looks good. I'm just reminded everything is made of clay, so it has a cool art style, which is nice to see. And the game's not really that hard, because you can kind of like you can almost block enemies just by drawing a path in the way of them. So it's not hard to do. Right. You just don't really have a lot of control of Kirby. If you use the Kirby amiibo, which is the one amiibo I have, Kirby has this power where after you collect like enough stars, he can turn into like a bigger Kirby and just kind of blast through stuff. If you use the amiibo, you just get that like instantly from the get-go. So
okay,
it makes it easier, but I don't know. Someone's saying in the chat, Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. You know, that was uncharacteristically funny from Nintendo as well. So good pull there. Oh, right, I have to tap the screen. There's no button input. Okay, come on. It also seems a bit short. I'm on World 3, I think, and there's 3 stages and a boss fight in each world. I think there's only 7 worlds.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So pretty short. Okay, let me. Okay, yeah. So here's the Blado one. He looks like this.
Okay. Sure.
So, and it says, Blado certainly looks like he's doing his job, but it's becoming more and more obvious his heart is no longer in it. Part of him wants a coworker to say something about it. The other part of him dreads that conversation.
That's so good.
That is so good.
I'm being told the amiibo is 1 use per day, though.
I didn't know that. I only used it 1 time so far. And it was just before we started. I figured it was like once per level, but once per day. That's just what a weird.
Yeah, what a weird limitation.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try and find a funny one. Okay, here's a good one.
Okay.
So this is Carpa. It's like some fish thing.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, here's its description. This scrappy little fish has just one goal in life: to swim straight up a waterfall. He's had that dream for a while, though. Maybe he's worried about what comes after he's reached the top of that metaphorical waterfall.
That's so weird. That's some decent writing, though, for sure.
Okay, here's one more. I'll do one more. This guy's called Drill Kata.
Okay.
Okay. I guess all the bad guys are called katas or something, and this is the drill version.
Okay.
Here's his description. This kata comes with a drill, which he uses to, drill. He tried to drill for treasure once, but the clay was just too hard and broke his drill. Unfortunately, it did even more than that. It broke his heart.
Oh, no.
Like...
Poor
These
Drill
are
Kata.
such a delight. And in a Kirby game too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This it's so strange, but it's fantastic, and that's the best part of the game. So it's weird, but anyway. So I'll play that. I'll get a review going for that
cool.
Sooner or later. But that's the majority of what I've been playing that I can talk about right now. I'll say that. So there's more coming.
Okay.
What about you?
Cool.
You have a good list?
A good list? I don't know about that. Well, it's fine. So, I started playing Trials Fusion a little bit.
Right, I saw you downloaded that. I downloaded it too.
And I don't know why. Like, I guess I was just in the mood for a Trials game, and that was the next one that I haven't played yet, so it's kind of fine. It's a Trials game set in, like, space with weird, different environments and stuff like that. But in the end, it's still a Trials game. I've been having some fun with it. There's not really a whole lot to say about it. There's still that puzzle-y, like, platforming with it. So
right, yeah. I played a little bit of the PS4 version, and I was fine with it. That theme song.
Yeah.
Have you heard that theme song?
From Fusion?
Fusion's the most recent one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like set in the future and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember it being as, like, great or dumb as the other one.
It's really dumb. Like,
I gotta listen to it again then.
Listen to it next time you're on the opening menu. Just give it a listen. I can't remember what it was. But I just remember just being like, "Oh man, this is something."
Yeah, I'd have to listen to it again.
We're gonna have like a score battle and stuff.
Yeah, we can actually do stuff now because they patched in multiplayer. That was one of the big gripes people had with that game when it came out, is that there was no multiplayer functionality, but there is now, so...
Wait, like, multiplayer...
Like, online
to just,
multiplayer.
Like, score battle stuff? Because that's all I know of, is, like the Ghost kind of stuff.
I don't know if it was that necessarily, but apparently there was no online multiplayer component at all.
Okay, well, I know there was, like, the score battling stuff, for sure.
Sure, okay.
I'm also just going off of the PlayStation 4 version. I don't know if the PC one is different or anything, but...
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we should play that sometime. It's more Trials, and I was kind of in the mood for it. That's a great podcast game as well.
I could see that, yeah, just kind of hitting your head against it over and over, sure.
Yeah, for sure. Other than that, so I played an indie platformer called Black Hole. It came out this
I've
week.
never heard of this.
So it plays almost a little bit like I want to say Super Meat Boy, but it doesn't feel that good. It feels more like it controls like a VVVVVV or something.
Those
Like,
are completely different.
yeah, like that's how like the controls feel with like the jumping and stuff. So it's a little floaty, not very good. Not bad, but not like as tight as Super Meat Boy, and it doesn't need to be really for what you do in it. It's a platforming indie game, like puzzle platformer sort of thing, where its gimmick is there's gravity change, like little locations, so when you hit them, the whole room will tilt into
Okay, so
that.
that's why you're bringing the VVVVV
Yeah, exactly.
reference in? Okay.
Yeah, but the difference is instead of like you turning the gravity so you flip up or down, you can like the whole world flips. So like if there's a say on the right wall there's this thing that you hit, that right wall will now become the bottom of the screen sort of thing,
Okay.
and the rest of the level will accordingly. So that's kind of fine. It leads to some really hard really hard things to wrap your head around, like, well, I need to turn it this way, but then if I do that, this will come falling at me or something, and some really cool puzzle design there. My biggest gripe with it, probably, if there's any, is that I think it thinks it's more funny than it actually is. Like, it went for a humor writing style, kind of like a GLaDOS ripoff, because the basic idea is you were on a ship, you were the coffee guy sort of thing, like you were the screw-up on this ship, and your ship crashes, the sentient AI or whatever lives, of course, because it's a machine, it's not going to die, and you're the sole survivor, maybe, from this crash, so you go exploring this planet with it kind of like in your helmet or earphones or whatever the hell you have on, and it's talking to you, and I don't know, I guess it's just that I didn't find the writing in it very good or funny, and I felt it just unoriginal, because everything seems to do that now, because GLaDOS was kind of like the cool thing for a bit there. Do you know, if you know what I mean? Like the AI that's kind of making fun of you for being a human and just stuff like that. So it has that. That's probably my biggest gripe with it. Other than that, it's a totally fine little platformer. It's made by Filosoft or something? Filosoft Studio.
Did they do something I would know?
I don't think so, because I was trying to look them up and I couldn't find anything, but I think they're like, somebody was telling me they're from like Czechoslovakia or something, so
Okay.
apparently there's an indie scene there and these people can make some decent stuff, but
Did you ever play the Swapper?
yes, I did.
That game's awesome. Just speaking of like puzzle platformers.
Yeah, it's really well done.
Swapper's cool. Did you beat the Swapper?
I didn't. I got to probably the last little bit of it, and I stopped because other shit came out. So
You should finish the Swapper. It has a cool ending.
okay, cool. Yeah, because I heard that game wasn't necessarily very long. It's just that the puzzles, like when the first time you do them, are hard. So
Sure, and you could always just look up a fact.
yeah, I guess you could.
Like there was a couple puzzles where I was like, I'm just gonna look up a video of this. I'm so stumped, but that game's cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. Black Hole's okay. I don't know if I would pay the 15. Like I don't know if I could recommend the $15 price tag for it necessarily from what I played of it. But if you're a person that likes a puzzle platformer, this is one of those. And if you really like them, I don't see like it's good enough at what it tries to do. So
Okay.
I'm not huge into them unless they have something else going on. Like with Swapper specifically, I really like the aesthetic and the atmosphere and the feel of everything, including the really well done puzzle mechanics as well.
Yeah.
But this feels kind of like I don't want to use it in a derogatory sense. It feels like an indie game, like an indie puzzler. So,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know, whatever that means.
Yeah.
The last game I played was a remastered PC version of an iOS game.
Right. I actually own this on iOS. I haven't played it. I remember Nathan was okay into it. I think he liked it.
Okay, I could see how it might be better on iOS, but anyways, I'm talking about Republic Remastered, or Republic if you have it on iOS, because obviously that was the first one, they wouldn't remaster it.
And wasn't it episodic on iOS?
It is episodic still, so right now episodes 1 to 3 are available, with 4 and 5 coming out, and 4 and 5 apparently aren't even out on iOS yet, which is why it's not the full thing yet. So,
oh, okay.
they're still working on it, but from what I played, for anybody who doesn't know, it's kind of a stealth action type game where you are taking control of somebody helping a girl trying to get out of this kind of like 1984 school situation she's in, but the only way you direct her around is by jumping around from camera to camera. Like, there's cameras everywhere, so you are watching over her and like telling her to go now and direct her to like hide or to take guards out if they walk by or any of that sort of stuff. Like, I don't really know what to say about it because I kind of got bored of it, so I think that says a lot for me, is that it was totally fine for probably about an hour or so, and then after another half an hour after that, I just kind of got sick of it, and I felt like this would probably be a fun thing on a phone, on a bus, for like a little spurts at a time, and then you just kind of get through it. Sitting down at your PC and just like, I'm going to have a gaming session and you play like an hour and a half of it all at one time, I don't necessarily think that's where its strong suits lie. But,
Did you finish episode 1?
No, I didn't even finish episode 1. I feel like
Okay.
I'm probably at the end of it because I got to a point where like it looks like I'm about to move on to the next area. I just
Okay.
didn't finish it because I missed
When you
something.
buy this remastered version, do you get, like, when 4 and 5 come out, are they going to just be free for you, or do you
Yes.
just buy them? Okay.
Yeah. I believe you, when you buy this, you buy all 5. Because
And
I got 1 and 3.
How much is this?
This one, I'll quickly look it up here because I don't know off the top of my head. I feel like it was $8 or $9, which is probably a
Okay.
fair price.
I actually don't know how much it was on iOS, though, so I can't really talk about that.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
I got on sale for $1 the first episode, and then I was wondering, like, should I just buy the other ones? They're all $1, and I was like, no, I think I got the first episode for free. It was so long ago. I haven't played it.
Okay. I must have got this on a sale or something. It's actually $30,
Whoa.
which is kind of insane for what it is.
Holy smokes! Okay, a port of an iOS game. Wow,
Yeah. That's
$30. Holy smokes!
that's kind of insane.
That
But
is insane. That's wow. Okay.
and it's not even very good. It's okay. It has some great people like working behind it. Like David Hayter and Jennifer Hale are great people for voice acting. Jennifer Hale specifically is amazing, and she is, I believe, the main girl in it. So there's that. There's my biggest problem with this one really is that besides the kind of monotonous gameplay that kind of gets boring after long stretches, is that I feel like it thinks it's smarter than it actually is as well, where it's like they're doing the 1984 thing of like security systems everywhere, always like people always watching you, a dystopian future where there's kind of like a fascist background going on and all that stuff. But so many things have done that before and done it better. Like, I don't know, the book 1984 specifically, and just I don't know, man. Like I think they take the story way too self-serious, and it's just not well written enough to really be like a work of art with like some great ideas on this subject matter. It's just kind of piggybacking on stuff that people might already have thought about in the past and better, and that's probably
Okay.
my problem with it. Is that it doesn't
Alright.
really add anything to the genre. It just kind of does like some weird tropey stuff with it, but not in like a satirical way where it's something original riffing on something, but more kind of like we're just copying this idea and putting like different names in.
So it's just not interesting.
It's just not
that's
very
not
interesting,
very-
and it's kind of boring.
Okay.
And it's $30, which is amazingly bad. That is a bad price.
That was quite a shock. I was expecting like 15 tops.
15 would be probably the maximum a sane person should pay. Yeah.
Yeah, $3 an episode.
Yep.
Yeah,
I could get behind $3 an episode.
like but
Yeah, man.
so what you're telling me is Life is Strange is a better episodic game.
Life is Strange. Every time I think back onto my like stint with it, the first episode, I want to play the second one again.
Yeah,
like,
I can't wait.
yeah,
I can't wait for Life is. Yeah, that's great.
yeah.
Great soundtrack. That's an awesome game.
Yeah.
Episode 2. Come on. I hear it's coming end of March. The developers were saying.
That's cool. I sincerely hope that's true.
Is that all you played?
Yeah, that's it.
Because we have so much news to go through.
Oh, we have all the news to go through.
Yeah. So the big thing is GDCs this week.
Mm-hmm.
And then with PAX starting tomorrow, I'm sure next week we'll have a bunch of news as well.
Sure.
But yeah, so I've just been like collecting, and I guess we'll kind of just go through these. Whatever. I have an order here. Big thing from this morning. I woke up to a text message from a buddy saying Rock Band 4 announced.
Yes.
So it's coming. It's coming end of the year, holiday season.
Yep.
PS4, Xbox One. They're working to get all the old instruments to work. They're working to get all the old music to go over.
That is the most important thing.
That's gotta be such a nightmare from like like a licensing thing.
Yeah.
Like wasn't there a thing like we did over 4,000 songs or something like that?
It was a lot of songs. It was definitely a lot.
I always loved, though, the Rock Band Network, because it was, like, smaller artists that I like. It's like, now there's a chance I'm going to get to actually hear or play their music.
Jonathan Colton, specifically, was one that was just like, I was so stoked when, I think he had a few songs come out on that.
Anamanaguchi had a few songs.
Anamanaguchi had a few songs
on
that.
That's, like, not even a rock band, but it's like, whatever. They made it work. And
yeah.
It's, like, great. So, are you excited? Are you going to play some Rock Band 4? Or is it time?
I will definitely buy this and play some Rock Band 4. It is about time.
I'm pretty into it, too. I'm going to have to buy new instruments. I'm not getting them shipped from Canada.
Sure, yeah. Whereas I have them just in the garage, so I will just take those out.
Right. All my old instruments, though, were wired, so it'll be nice having, like, wireless ones.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to some Rock Band 4. So they gotta be doing Guitar Hero, right? That's gotta be also coming this fall, you think? Like, we already heard rumors about both.
That could be pretty cool. I could be excited for some Guitar Hero. Yeah.
I think the big question, though, is with Rock Band, is are they going to do the subscription model for the songs? Everyone is saying it's the no-brainer. You got to do it.
I feel like they should, especially with like these systems now that are not only requiring or just like recommending always online capabilities. Like, it would just make more sense. Let me pay you maybe like $10 to $20 a month, and I just have access to your whole library instead of paying you like $50 every 2 weeks for every song you've released.
Just like, give me like a 6-hour session. I'm having a party.
Yeah, a party mode.
Yeah. I'll pay you, $15 to have access to everything for the night. Like, that would be great.
You buy their Rock Band like big event ticket or something, and it's like $50 for the weekend for 48 hours, and you just have everything. Yeah.
I don't know if I would actually spend $50.
$50, yeah. It would be a lot.
A bit much, but
you gotta get those licensing deals somewhere.
I could definitely see myself putting down like $20 for like one night.
And then you could get that "Take Me to Church" song. I don't know the name of the artist or the song name for that at all. I don't even know lyrics to it.
Are you saying that's going to be in Rock Band?
I'm sure it will be. I can almost guarantee it, because that is on the radio all the time, and I know nothing about it except for he says at one point, "Take me to church."
Okay. Amazing.
Yeah, there you go.
Great. Okay, moving on to the actual GDC stuff. So they did their award things. I thought we could just quickly go down and see who won what. Game of the year was Shadow of Mordor.
Sure.
Big surprise. That game's great.
Makes sense, too.
Yeah. Best debut, Stoic Studios. They did the Banner Saga.
Never played it, but sure.
That game's cool.
Okay.
Innovation Award, Monument Valley. That game is cool, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking all these. I'm liking all of this. Best technology, Destiny. I didn't play it.
I could probably see it, because that seems to be the only thing that looks interesting about it, so.
Best audio was Alien Isolation.
It's really good, yeah.
Best visual art, Monument Valley again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Best narrative, Kentucky Route Zero, Act 3.
Act 3's out?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't even finished Act 1!
Oh, dude, you got it. Kentucky Route Zero is real good.
All right.
3 specifically, that game is real cool. In fact, we've talked on this podcast about Episode 3, so...
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, you knew that. Yeah, we must have just gone right past. Best design, Hearthstone.
Sure, okay. I could see it.
Best handheld mobile game, Monument Valley.
God, they love it.
It's a good game. I need to play that like bonus level thing. I don't even know what this category means. Audience Award, Elite Dangerous.
Which one's Elite Dangerous again?
Elite Dangerous is like the big like VR one where you're spaceship, and I know that it has Oculus support.
Yes, okay. So I'm guessing that's like the audience got to vote on a ballot or something.
Oh, maybe it's audience choice. Pioneer Award, David Braben. I don't even know what that means. Maybe he did something cool.
Wait,
Not
Pioneer?
cool enough. I don't know who his name is. I don't know who this is. Ambassador Award, Brenda Romero. Lifetime Achievement Award. Oh man, it's a Japanese name. Hironobu Sakaguchi.
All right.
All right.
All right, cool. Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking down to see if there was anything else, but that is literally where that ends.
Those were the Game Developer Awards. And then there was a ton of like Steam and Valve news. Like that. This is the big stuff. So, oh man, let's go through the list. They announced Steam Link, which is going to be a streaming box, much like the PlayStation TV. For you to stream your computer to a TV to play games on that. So you don't need to have any kind of small computer at the TV. You just need to have the Steam Link. It's going to be available this November, $50. Along with that, for $50, Steam Controller. So they released, I guess, the final version of what it's going to be like, or at least a new version. So if you remember before, it had the had those two pads.
They were basically touchpad analog sticks or whatever.
Yeah, they were kind of like touch pads. They still have those, but now the left one has a big detail of a D-pad, and there's now an analog stick below that. So it's similar.
It sounds like a mess, like when you describe it, but it looks like it's functional.
It looks fine. Yeah, it looks fine. Like if you think of like a 360 controller, but instead of the D-pad, there's an analog stick there, and instead of the two analog sticks, there's like big open touchpads. That's kind of what it looks like. So, that's also going to be $50. They talked about Steam machines, which we hadn't heard about Steam machines in a while. There's going to be a bunch of them released this November. Different manufacturers, different specs and price points. So not much about that. They announced Source 2. It's going to be free to all content developers. I don't know much about that to talk at all.
That'll probably be a game changer if you think of like what Source did back in the day, just for people making games and stuff. A lot of people use that engine. So
I'm just going to read this sentence in case it means something to anyone. There will also be Vulkan support in Source 2. Valve has not mentioned any licensing or royalty costs for Source 2 yet. I don't know what Vulkan is, but if that means something to anyone, there you go. And then they also announced their VR goggles.
Yes.
The HTC Vive.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, because then they announced this like just before GDC started at like Mobile Congress, the cell phone convention, where cell phone manufacturer HTC is the hardware developer for the Vive, and Valve's working with them, but that's like the official partner, which is just a weird mix of stuff going on. Like I know,
I'm glad
Samsung has Android. What is theirs called? What is Samsung's like Android VR? Is that what it's called? Where you put the phone like in the goggles?
Oh, I have no idea.
What's that called? Samsung? Is it Samsung VR? Oh, Gear VR. That's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
So Samsung has a set of goggles that they're doing similarly, but you slide one of their phones into it, and then you're looking like really close at it. And I guess HTC now is the Vive. And you said you're glad.
I'm happy.
Why are you happy about HTC?
Not HTC specifically. The fact that a whole bunch of companies are trying to compete with the Oculus because competition only ever helps the consumer.
This is gonna get so expensive if I want to play all the games.
Well, See, the thing is that Valve, like, they'll have their partnership with HTC, but I really don't think they'll be the type of company to make, like, this only works with HTC, because they are also a game store. So they want to sell games that work with Oculus as well and stuff like that. So I think they'll still, like, do games that are, like, cross-compatible with a lot of different stuff. I'm just happy when there is competition in the market and there's no monopoly, because it just makes it better for everybody trying to undercut each other.
We got Oculus Rift, we got Sony Morpheus.
Yeah, that's right.
And, yeah, we got the Morpheus, and HTC Vive, Samsung's Gear VR, Microsoft's HoloLens, which is not VR, it's a bit different, but I'm sure Microsoft's got to be working on a headset, right?
I kind of hope so. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, just back with HTC Vive, Valve has officially announced their Lighthouse room tracking system used with it through 2 base stations. I was watching Tested.com's video on it, and I guess the way it works is, in order to track your body, there's a little camera that you also set up that shoots like lasers at you, so it knows where you are and whatnot. And there's a specific controller for it that is basically like the Steam controller, but split into 2, almost kind of Move controller like. But there's also like an extra screen on it or something. I don't remember exactly why that was.
Maybe just for fidelity of where you are, sort of thing.
I think the screen displayed stuff, but that seems odd to me, because if the headset's on, you can't look at the screen.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I guess they were showing it off, and you were in like a small, like 15 by 15 room doing these demos. And I've just been hearing like the most hyperbolic things ever about the Vive. Like, people that are usually just kind of pretty tepid on this was like, this is it. This is like the one to watch. So apparently it's doing like a real good job at, like, because they're always, like, the VR people are always talking about presence, trying to make you like actually feel immersed and whatnot. And I guess this is like the best version of that, the best experience they've had with the VR.
Very cool. Cool.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think they said that's also coming holiday. So they're coming out fast. But they're also looking into using it for not just games. So they're probably going to try other stuff with it too. I guess with it being HTC, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did we cover? Yeah. Steam machines in November. Steam, yeah. New controller. What is this? That's a picture of the controller.
The wireless adapter.
Yeah, so Microsoft announced they did a couple things. First was that a wireless adapter is coming.
I'm stoked.
So you can use Xbox One controllers and any other Microsoft peripherals or future peripherals they mentioned with their PC. So that's definitely cool.
Yep.
That just means I now have more controllers for my PC, which is great, because right now I have one wired 360 controller.
I'm stoked because I had the 360 wireless receiver before, but that died. The one that was like $60 back when it came out, sort of thing, for my PC. And I loved it because my PC's right beside my TV, and so they're hooked up. But then that way I had the wireless controller. I could play my PC games on my TV, but now I have a wired controller because that died. So I'm excited to get a new dongle to get all that.
Then you're going to have to get a new controller.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. This controller has problems with it. And
then whenever you get an Xbox One, you already got a controller. You got 2 now.
There you go.
Yeah, so... they also announced that there's going to be cross-buy for the Xbox and Windows 10, which seems to make sense since they're trying to make Windows 10 actually a store and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's that. This one, I guess the question is, does this excite you? Wolfenstein: The Old Blood was announced.
Yep.
Which is a standalone prequel, May 5th, $20. Are you wanting some more Wolfenstein?
Absolutely. Definitely.
Because you really liked it, right?
I really, really loved it. Yeah, I'm so excited.
This is just making me like, I gotta go find a console version of that because my computer could not run that game.
Yeah.
And you're glad it's like a prequel, or what would you? Is this good? No spoilers towards the ending of Wolfenstein.
I mean, It doesn't really matter. Like, any standalone thing, just more into that world would be great. A prequel maybe wouldn't be as, like, great as, I think... Well, it depends when the prequel's set. Like, because the beginning... This isn't really spoilers for Wolfenstein, but the beginning, like, title card thing is that you're in the war, and then you get blacked out because of a thing that happens, and then the game kind of starts when you wake up, and it's years later, or months later, or whatever. The war is over, and Germany won.
Right.
Yeah, and, like...
That's the premise.
Yeah. So if it took place between that, where Germany was winning, and, like, things are slowly becoming Nazi-ish, and just they could do so many cool things with it.
Oh, so maybe play as someone else?
Yeah, I don't know if I would like it as much if it was, like, after Wolfenstein happened.
I think... There's a trailer. I didn't watch it, but...
I haven't watched it yet either.
Set before the fall of the Allies, Wolfenstein, the Old Blood. We'll see B.J. Blazkowicz infiltrating Castle Wolfenstein.
Nice.
As he does.
Perfect. All right.
So
I'm in.
Yeah, PC, PS4, Xbox One. So that's coming in a couple months. All right, this next news story you put down.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain information was finally released. So we got a release date and pricing. It's going to be a standard price, obviously, for like the regular version, but there will be a limited edition version that comes with a whole bunch of stuff, which I'm going to have to look up to get all of it right. But basically, the big thing will be like a little arm, like Snake's robotic cyborg arm sort of thing. It's probably not going to be very big, but... So what you'll get...
Wait, when did Snake get a robot arm?
Well, that's what the Phantom Pain is that, like, he lost his arm. I'm guessing because of that blast that happens at the end of Ground Zeroes.
Oh, right, okay, maybe, yeah.
So...
And he's all bloody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's, like, rubbing blood on his face.
So, there's going to be two special editions for purchase, the Day 1 edition and the Collector's edition. The Day 1 edition will give you a physical map, by the looks of it.
Oh, awesome. Sweet.
I like maps, whatever. Along with some DLC, Atom Ska, special handgun, personal ballistic shield, silver cardboard box, wetland. There are different boxes that you can buy for DLC, because of course there is.
Oh my god.
Blue Urban Snake.
Wouldn't that be more obvious? Like, who put this silver box here? Who is not, like, oh man, there's a whole bunch of boxes here. I'm gonna check under the silver one, because I've never seen that around.
Oh, it's just a box. Walk by.
Yeah, like, that's such a bad idea. But I guess...
Those cards are dumb.
Remember the box trailer, like at E3 or whatever it was?
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
An entire trailer, like this whole... Like, there's hundreds of thousands of people watching you, and you make an entire trailer about a box? That's great. That was hilarious.
It really, really is. Yeah.
If people haven't seen that, they gotta look that up.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So, Metal Gear Online XP Boost and Blue Urban Snake Costume Fatigues. That's for the Day 1 edition. The limited Collector's Edition will give you a half-scale replica of Snake's bionic arm.
It's so dumb.
Just saying it.
Is there a picture in these links you gave me?
Okay, in the first link, I'll give it to the chat as well. There is actually a video in full Japanese of Kojima playing with it while talking about it on like a...
With the arm?
Yeah, he's like playing with it. But
I see it in the corner there. It's all red.
Yeah, it's so good. He's just... I wish I could understand what he was saying, because like he's just playing around with the arm and showing off what comes in the Collector's Edition, so...
You know what he's probably saying? He's probably saying, look at this badass arm, you know you want to buy it.
You know what he's probably saying is that stupid Americans will buy anything, watch as I sell them a plastic arm.
Yeah, he's just telling the guy, look like this is, just pretend like this is fun.
Yeah,
Pretend like it's fun, enjoy this arm.
Yeah, exactly. I fucking love Kojima. That guy is batshit insane.
Great. Once again, and I know I say this every few months, if you want to see the best company photo, look up Kojima Productions company photo or whatever it is of like the top CEOs, like there's 11 of them or something on the roof, just looking like baller as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a great company to work for if you were Japanese and could understand what they wanted from you.
Or if you were Japanese, like, inclusion.
Sure, I mean, as long as you could understand what they're saying, I guess you
Yeah.
could probably apply to work. Whatever, go apply and work for them. Who cares? I'm excited for the behind-the-scenes documentary. It's kind of the same thing I think that they did with the special edition, the limited edition that was everywhere of Metal Gear Solid 4 that came with that Blu-ray with like some making of stuff. I thought that was real cool. So I'm excited for more of that. Exclusive packaging, I don't know what the hell they mean. I think they mean it comes in one of those steel books, like the cases, the fake steel.
Maybe. That, or it's just a different cover.
Or it's a different cover. It is probably that either way. So.
It's just his face again.
Yeah.
Remember the cover for Metal Gear Solid 4 was just old ass Snake's face?
Yep. Smoking a cigar or a cigarette. I do remember. Yep.
Okay.
Dude, there's 3 cardboard boxes you could buy. You could buy Rocky Terrain, All-Purpose Dryland, or Wetland. You could buy all 3 of those boxes.
Those are box types?
Yeah, those are box types you can buy.
What was the first one again?
The first one, Rocky Terrain. So
what does that mean? Like it's better on Rocky Terrain?
It probably looks like a rock.
Okay. And then Wetland? What does that look like?
I don't know. I'm so excited to find out.
A swamp? Does it work better in a swamp? Is that what they're saying? Or is it like...
Good lord, I hope so.
Or does it have like reeds and stuff and like those cattail thingies?
Oh, it's even worse. It actually just looks like a box with like some wallpaper wrapped around it. So
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is it just like... Is this on the second link?
Yeah, on the second link at the very, very bottom of like that article, there's a little picture. Blow it up, and it's on the right side there.
Okay, there's that stupid ass arm.
Yeah, there's that arm.
Where's the box? Oh yeah. Oh, okay. The box is literally. It's not even like they covered the whole thing.
No.
In like wallpaper, it's a box with like a ribbon around it of camouflage.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like, what?
I need this collector's edition so bad.
So dumb. What are the prices? We have prices.
Yeah.
On this?
So the as far as I can tell, the price for the regular edition will be the same price as any game. So $60 for you guys and $70 for us here in Canada because we suck, and $100 for the collector's edition in North America and £100 in Europe.
Sucks to be
Europe,
I guess.
Yeah.
So it'll be probably 130 maybe for you or something.
Yeah. Oh, and the release dates are on console. They will be out September 1st, and that's on PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and I think that was it. I just want to double check here.
Yeah, I thought you had another date in the doc.
Yeah, and there's also for September 15th it's Steam. So the Steam one comes out 2 weeks later.
I wonder if they're gonna do, because for Ground Zeroes there was a whole big difference in pricing. If you got just digital, it was like $10 cheaper. I wonder if they're going to do that again.
Yeah, so if you get the collector's edition, you have to get it on console and in store for all the physical items.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, otherwise you'll just buy the digital one, and if you buy the digital day one edition or whatever they call the collector's edition, you'll get all the DLC stuff and all that stuff, but you obviously won't get mailed an ARM because that's a little creepy and expensive for them. So
right.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just wondering if you just get the normal edition but just the digital, if it'll be cheaper like they did for Ground Zero.
I'm sure it will. That would be cool. Actually, this is the full free game because Ground Zeroes was kind of almost like a demo. It was real short, real small. So
it's still one of the few times, I think that's the biggest game I've seen where they've had such a difference in price.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay, and then the last one was just the March PlayStation Plus games were announced, and also they're already available. It was this week, so that was just kind of a late announcement. Mm-hmm. But I just wanted to go through the list because there's some real good games. Ollie Ollie 2, Welcome to Ollywood.
Okay.
It's out and it's free, so that's great. PlayStation Plus giving us brand new games for free. That's on PlayStation 4 and Vita. Mm-hmm. Valiant Hearts: The Great War on PS4. I heard real great stuff about that, and I played a bit of the first episode on the iOS. I quite enjoyed that.
Cool.
Oddworld New and Tasty on PS4. Counter Spy PS4 and PS3.
Okay.
Papo EO PS3. and Sherlock Holmes: Crimes and Punishment on PS3.
I'm gonna finally be able to play it. I'm so excited.
Are you gonna play it?
I'm gonna play it. Yeah.
Play it? Okay, I can't wait to hear about Sherlock
It's
Holmes.
free, so why
Crimes
not?
and Punishment. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe there's that many Sherlock Holmes games. That's like number 7 or something.
Yeah.
That's great. That's so good. Okay, anyways, that's it for news.
Yeah.
Let's go on to a little bit of questions before finishing this up.
Yeah, let's do it. If you wanted to send in questions, you could do so at topdownperspective@gmail.com or on Twitter at TDP Podcast, or you can even go to Facebook. I made a post there for last week saying I want to make it a personal oath, a challenge, if you will, to try to update the Facebook with the links to the podcast a little bit more. But you could still do that. Go to facebook.com/topdownperspective.
All right, this first one's a bit long because it's more of just kind of like something he wanted to bring to our attention. Steven wrote, okay, so for quite some time now, developers have been working on an emulator known as Citra for the Nintendo 3DS.
Okay.
Did you know about this?
Actually, I heard one of my friends was talking about it last weekend, and I had no idea what he was talking about, so I'm excited to know now.
Yeah, so for people who don't know, this project is completely open source, meaning anyone can contribute to it. Just under 2 months ago, the team posted a video showing Ocarina of Time 3DS running in the emulator, making it the first ever successful 3DS emulator. The emulator was even able to get in-game, although at extremely slow speeds. Now, only 2 months later, tremendous progress has been made. Citra is now able to boot into several games, including Cave Story 3DS, some Virtual Console titles, and Majora's Mask.
Wow.
But most importantly of all, thanks to an experimental version of Citra from user T. Farley, Citra can now run Ocarina of Time 3D at near full speed.
Okay.
Also, noteworthy is that some of the Citra developers who worked on the Dolphin emulator... Oh, sorry, actually, he sent in a second email, small correction. Citra project is not actually associated with Dolphin.
And they're accepting donations to help.
And you can look more about it on their official site, which is Citra-EMU. Citra is spelled Citra-EMU.org, if people are interested. I just thought this was kind of cool to mention because I had never heard about it before.
How do you feel about emulation?
I think people should pay money for games.
Yeah.
But from an archival standpoint, we kind of need it.
Yeah. I definitely agree.
So I want to be able to play old games forever. So there's that. But yeah, that's kind of cool. One thing I didn't know is that speed was ever an issue. I thought it was just you either didn't have the game working or it was you got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never really knew. It was like we got it running at like near almost perfect speed. I didn't know that was even a thing. I don't really look into emulation that much though, but
yeah,
there's that. So,
yeah, I never would have thought about that either.
And then our next question from Michael writes, "What would you like to see in Rock Band 4?"
They're already doing it. Backwards compatibility, 100%. That's it.
Well, it's not going to be 100%, man. They couldn't even do that for each one of their games. It was always like 95%.
Yeah.
Is there a song that you're like, I want this song to be in there?
Take Me to Church.
That's not your answer.
It is my answer, because maybe I'll finally learn what that song's called. That's probably what it's called.
I'm trying to think, what's a song I would love to see in there? I don't know, because normally I would have said like some Onomonoguchi stuff, but we got that.
See, that's the problem, is that so many songs that I would have said are actually there if they backwards compatibility it, so...
I guess just more chiptune stuff. Chipsell's got a lot of bass. That could be like some drum stuff.
What about some Nicki Minaj, some Anaconda?
These need to be rock songs. What are you doing?
I guess basically what I'm saying is I hope they do some like DJ Hero Peripheral combination with Rock Band.
Dude, don't even start. That is a separate topic. DJ Hero 3, I want that to happen. I want to bust out my Renegaded version. I have 2 turntables for the Wii. I have 3 DJ Hero turntables.
That's ridiculous.
That's not ridiculous. They were selling... What was it? EB Games was selling DJ Hero 1 with 2 turntables for like $6. And
yeah.
It's like, who's not going to buy that?
You're losing money if you don't buy it, really.
Exactly. Like, from like an academic standpoint, I need those. Those will show up in John's museum.
They will, along with the Wii Mini.
Which, oh right, by the way, someone sent in a poorly photoshopped image of John's museum. I just wanted to give a shout out. Let me get the guy's name. Len. His name was Len. I think his name's Len.
Is this in the email?
This is in the email.
Okay, I'm going to pull it later and I'll tweet it from the top-down perspective Twitter, so make sure you follow TDP Podcast if you want to see that.
If you want to see this poorly photoshopped image. And I mean like really poorly photoshopped. But hey, thank you. It says the John Wheeler Museum and Emporium in memoriam of Sean Booker, which I don't... Was that a thing?
No, it wasn't.
No?
Oh,
Okay.
no, there was in memoriam, but it wasn't of Sean Booker. Oh, wait, no, it totally was, because we talked about that on one of the weekends where you couldn't make it, and we said that he died, so his museum is now named after you, kind of.
Oh, okay, I see.
I don't even fucking know.
I don't...
This thing has gotten so out of hand to the point where he actually bought a Wii Mini that it's amazing.
Eventually he'll have that museum.
He already has it!
His apartment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it, yeah. So, once again, if people want to send in questions next week, topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, or the Facebook group. We collect everything from there.
Yep.
From all those places. What's your game of the week?
Trials Fusion.
Trials Fusion. I did not see that coming. What's my game of the week? Majora's Mask, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably a good answer. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I'm not really enjoying Kirby. Desert golfing, like unless something bananas happens, is never going to be the game of the week.
Right.
And yeah, Majora's Mask. That was a fun game. Glad I played that. So we'll see everyone again next week. Thanks for tuning in. John will be back. We'll talk all about PAX East. Are you planning to watch any of PAX East this weekend? Like the panels?
Yeah, probably. Oh, we have a last minute thing here. Maxis closed. EA shut down Maxis.
That's right. Yeah.
Should we make mention of that? Goodbye, Maxis.
In Emeryville, which is like really close to where I live.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
that's where their studio is. Emeryville. Yeah.